Hi, I'm Rodney Smith, and you're watching No Enemies Here Wargaming News.
How about that guy Rodney Smith, huh? What a great guy. You know one of his first games, what it was? Ambush. Flying Pig Games! Mark H. Walker's Platoon Commander Deluxe. The Battle of Kursk. This is a World War II platoon-level combat game designed by David K. Van Hoos. Legion War Games, your chance to change history. In the Vive l'Empereur series, volume number 9, Trois Batailles en Allemagne, a series design game by Didier Rouy. Vive l'Empereur series is a simulation of the battles fought during the Napoleonic era in Europe between 1805 and 1815. The scale is regiment, 250 meters per hex, and a turn is 30 minutes. This is a 1 to 2 player game. The complexity is medium. Solitaire suitability is medium high. What you get with this game are 5 maps, 22 by 34 inch each, 450 unit counters, 110 game markers, a 24-page rule book, and a 24-page series book, player aid cards, and 15 scenarios. Air Raid Pearl Harbor, December 7th, 1941, a game designed by John Haim. This game allows you to recreate the infamous battle at a level of detail never seen before. Use the exact Japanese plan of attack, or explore the great what-ifs of an early US alert, or the launch of a Japanese third wave. This is a 1 to 2 player game. The complexity is medium. The solitaire suitability is high. The map scale is 250 yards per hex, the unit scale 8 planes or 1 ship, and the time scale is 5 minutes per turn. What you get with this game? 2 22 by 34 inch maps, 528.6 of an inch counters, a 30-page rulebook, multiple player aids, and 5+ scenarios. Lock and Load, Space Infantry, Resurgence. This third installment in the Space Infantry series takes the core concept of an elite squad of veteran sci-fi soldiers fighting through random obstacles to reach an objective, using only the tools they bring with them and what they can scrounge from the environment to a new level. The winner of the Corsair Leader game was Carrie Belger of Alberta, Canada. Thanks, Carrie, for guessing that question real quick, and thank you, DVG, for allowing me to do this giveaway. I'm glad, as is everybody. Handtag, Top 5 American Games. Check it out. Centurion's review is checking out Doctor Who's Dalek Dice, designed by Marco Maggi and Francesco Nepitello, published by Cubicle 7 Entertainment. Dave is also unboxing an oldie, 1981, by Mayfair Games, The Castle, designed by Neil Zimmerer, artist is Darch Clampett, published by, obviously, Mayfair Games. Dave is also unboxing a magazine game, the magazine Competitive Edge, and the game by Joseph Miranda, Cybernaut, The Duel for Cyberspace. The OG is taking a look at a brief overview of Second World War at Sea, The Coral Sea, designed by Michael Benninghoff, published by Avalanche Press. In his War and Pieces segment, the strongman of war games, Rob Orrin from Rob's Tabletop World is taking a look at Mark H. Walker's Platoon Command Deluxe, The Battle of Kursk. This is a game designed by David K. Van Hoos, published by Flying Pig Games. A.J. Toynbee of Hexes and Soldiers fame is mixing it up with ASL Swedish volunteers via Old School Tactical Ghost Front board. You know, AJ, can't you be normal like everybody else? Either play ASL or play Ghost Front. I mean, I know it's an expansion, but you know what I'm saying. Hey, why do you gotta fuse the two things together? I mean, in music, nothing good came out of that. What, fusion jazz? Prog rock? Hey, you know what I'm saying? The Gimpy Gamer is doing part 8 playthrough of Thunder in the East, a game by Frank Chadwick, published by Victory Point Games. He also has his Boot Camp 3, 4, and 5 of Nations at War Core Rule Set, version 3. People, use this code, get 25% off DVG's website. Alexander of the Player's Aid is unboxing an oldie but a goodie from Victory Games. Vietnam 1965 to 1975. A game designed by Nick Karp. The artist is Ted Kohler and James Talbot. Published by Victory Games. Grant and Alexander gives us an initial review of Gallipoli 1915. A game published by GMT. Gallipoli 1915, Churchill's Greatest Gamble, a game designed by Jeffrey Phipps. Edward, from Heavy Cardboard, is teaching you how to play Donning the Purple, a game designed by Peter Shanke Olsen, published by Tompet Games. BLASTPOP is continuing Middle-earth The Ring trilogies. This time he takes a look at Gondor, The Siege of Minas Tirith. The game is designed by Howard Barash, Richard Berg, Rob Mosca, and Linda Mosca, published by SPI, and the artist is Redmond A. Simonson. BLASTPOP is taking a look at what's in the box of the Solitaire Advanced Squad Leader module, the 2nd edition. This game originally came out in 1995, designed by Charles Keebler. The artist is Charles Keebler and Kurt Miller, published by the Avalon Hill Game Company and Multi-Man Publishing. Last week was 5th Fleet. This week, 6th Fleet. Hex 2 Red 1 Alpha is taking a look inside the box of Victory Games' 6th Fleet, designed by Joseph M. Balkowski. The soft-spoken but formidable foe, Jonathan Townsend, is taking a look at a print-and-play game by John D. Power, The Second World War. This video is about the Pacific Theater of Operations. Enrico Viglino, the man also known as Calandale, is giving you his final thoughts going out on The Lamps Are Going Out, World War I. A game designed by Kirk Ullman, the artist is Tim Allen, published by Compass Games. Calandale is Compass Gaming it this week. He has 2 videos out. One, an intro to Europe in Turmoil, Prelude to the Great War, a game designed by Chris Van Burden, and part 1 and part 2 of a playthrough of Europe in Turmoil, published by Compass Games. You want to know what's happening on the big board? I'll tell you what's happening on the big board. Kevin, CEO of the big board, is giving us a post-play thoughts of the Dark Sands War in North Africa 1940 to 1942, a game designed by Ted Racier. The artists are Charles Keebler, Roger B. McGowan, and Mark Simonich, published by GMT. You know, I read in a Facebook post that Kevin was in Canada, you know, close to the Detroit border in the States. I mean, that's about, what, 3 hours away from here, Kevin? You know I live in Canada. You could have given me a call. You could have bought me lunch, supper, you know what I'm saying? Bought me that bottle of scotch you're talking about all the time. You know, we could settle those scores. Canada ain't that big, baby. Marco Wargamer Arnaldo is giving you his review on Brave Little Belgium, a game designed by Ryan Heilman and Dave Shaw, published by Hollandspiel. Soundboard is giving us a couple of scenario playthroughs of Warfighter, a game designed by Dan Verson, published by DVG. Soundboard is also doing a playthrough of the Doomsday Machine scenario of Space Empires 4X, a game designed by Jim Crone, published by GMT. ARDWULF is reporting from Winterfest War Gaming, Day 1. Mo of Mo's Game Table is unboxing Reluctant Enemies, a game designed by Curtis Bayer and Dean Essig. The artist is Nicholas Eskeby, published by Monkey Man Publishing, MMP. Mo is also unbagging Patton's Vanguard from Revolution Games, a game designed by Mike Renella, developed by Roger Miller, and the artwork is by Charles Keebler. Major Tom Solo continues his DVG's Warfighter World War II. This is Episode 2, the Airborne Expansion, Being Surrounded. Alexander continues with another video and never-ending sleep to continue putting out unboxings such as Mark Walker's Platoon Commander Deluxe, The Battle of Kursk, and its expansion, Tracks in the Mud. World at War 85, Storming the Gap by Lock and Load Publishing is in its twilight days of Kickstarter. Storming the Gap is the first volume in the new World at War 85 series, a line of games centered on fast and furious platoon-level combat. The stats are 1 to 4 players. Game scale is armored vehicle and infantry platoons and sections, the gun batteries, close air support aircraft, and attack and transport helicopter flights. Turn time 5 to 15 minutes, game time 30 minutes, 2.5 hours per scenario. Map scale is 150 meters per hex, complexity is 5 out of 10, and solitaire shootability is 8 out of 10. What you get with this game are 7 counter sheets with over 600 counters, 3 geomorphic maps, 23 player aid cards, 150 plus poker size formation cards, a 3-inch deep box, core rule manuals, module and scenario booklet, and 6 six-sided die. One of my contacts gave me a little secret. A game called Freedom by Vangelis Bagiartakis. Kalimera, eh? The artist is, I'm not even gonna pronounce it, published by Phalanx Games, soon to be on Kickstarter. Old School War Games and Worthington Publishing, Freeman's Farm 1777. This is a card-driven board game on the Battle of Freeman's Farm for 1 to 2 players, playable in 1 hour. What you get with this game is a large mounted game board, American and British formation cards, tactic cards, rules, play rate cards, game markers, American blue wooden formation markers, British red wooden formation markers, Hessian green wooded formation markers, and 8 dice.
Hey everybody, this is Keith from WarGameHQ.com, and this week we have 2 articles all about Platoon Commander Deluxe Kursk. This game is a tactical World War II game from Flying Pig Games. It came out just a couple of weeks ago, and both articles are about it this week. So the first article is not really so much an article as it is a collection of video playthrough. The second article, however, will be a review of the game. I'm putting on some final touches to that one because, oops, I made a mistake during the playthrough, so I've been going back and replaying through some of the scenarios to try out some of the various things that bothered me a little bit the first time about the combat system. They seem to have evened themselves out. So, it's always good when things can go smoothly, and I'm really excited to share my review of this game with you, and hope that you'll come back and watch more No Enemies Here next week. Thanks, this is Keith from WarGameHQ.com.
Paul Comben, the author of last year's A Dicey Business, will be releasing Even Dicier Business. This is a new book which takes a humorous look at subjects such as what passed as a war game in 1820, the social and unsocial side of the Games Club, conventions past and present. Even Dicier Business is to be released in late March. Total 3, Carpe Diem, February 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, 2019 at the Best Western Royal Plaza Hotel in Marlborough, Massachusetts. Let roll the dice of destiny. PressCon 2019, the Board Game Convention. Charlottesville, Virginia, February 25th to March 3rd. PressCon will be taking place at the Doubletree, Charlottesville, 990 Hilton Heights Road in Charlottesville, Virginia. Advance After Combat has a new episode out. They talk about catching up, Universal Studios, what they're playing, and more. War Games To Go has a new podcast featuring an interview with Castle Itter and Pavlov's House designer, David Thompson. Harold on Games has a new podcast interviewing Pendragon's designer, Morgan Guyon-Rezzi. 3 Moves Ahead, episode 461, 3 Kingdoms as a Setting. The Mary and Tom Show from Hollenspiel have a new episode, episode 71. They talk about games and dinosaurs.
Hey everybody, Jason here, aka AJ Toynbee. Mr. Dan Pancaldi, a man himself, has asked me to answer 4 questions for him. He started flinging that crawfish fettuccine around. It was in like a plastic bag, and I don't know how, but the bag, I'm a mess. I'm all over the place. So do I play? But your puppy dog eyes, oh Jesus, gives you away. With more and more companies putting out their own tactical systems, do you think ASL will go the way of the dodo? But we are in the golden age of board wargaming, and I truly believe that.
Another week, another episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. I'll see you next week. Does anybody know this album? Let me know. Canada ain't that big, baby.